Friday. Come on. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon me for the late show. Today had some other obligations, and that's why I couldn't do it earlier. But we do this every time after a Manchester United game. We do a match review, and in the match review, we give each player a performance grade and a performance remark. And yeah, and also sometimes we listen to what the manager said after the game, and I think it's appropriate for us to do that because you know on one hand you feel like, oh, okay, there's something kind of promising about our defensive work. Like our defenders, a few of them had like really good games, and then from there, like, we also had two goals that we should have avoided, and because of conjunctivitis we are in the position that we're in right now, where we should be have been going home to Old Trafford with an advantage, but it slipped through our hands. So yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like I'm left in a very difficult place emotionally after that game, but maybe listening to Ruben Amorim will give us a little bit of clarity. So let's start the show with that. My name is Botswana Papi. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It is a Friday. Don't be a glazer about your like and be stingy with it. Just go ahead and hit that like button. Matter of fact, today we have I'm excited because after this show we have the happy hour, and also we're gonna do the happy hour a little earlier, like an hour earlier, and then also after that we're gonna have like a El Clasico division games. Like I think the KG's Reckless Super League official opening starts today, so I'm excited about that. So it's just like a really gonna be a fun Friday. I hope that you can join for all of those or some of those if you're chilling as well on a Friday. So big up yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back for arriving to this day. The weekend is here, and Premier League football is back. Football Power Hour. All right, we'll start with the chant that everybody is singing. Onana got to go. 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 I hope my brother does not go on the internet because, oof, it's not looking good, bruv. Everybody, all the content creators everywhere, the media saying color, Onana, let it slip, Onana, get rid, Onana, the troll, Onana, this, Matic was right, Onana, two howlers against Lyon, it's Onana this, Onana that, and the Onana get rid does not stop. So you know what? This exemplifies Andre Onana right now. Right here. Punana, says Pav, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I think Onana he's at his lowest. Him and Hoyland were taking turns and at who could be the worst player of the night. And yeah, and the evolution of trash. If you have never received this, lucky you. But yeah, these friends, trolls, rivals who are sending all kinds of things saying, look at the evolution of trash. Come on now. This is almost taking it too far. Onana will go, but y'all ain't gotta disrespect him like that. He's still a Man United player, and guess what? At Old Trafford, we could pull it off. We could pull it off and go on to the next stage of the league of the competition. So, yes, he should get replaced, but I don't think he deserves to be abused the way he's being abused right now. So hit the like button if you want Onana to go, by the way. That's gotta make a lot of likes. Okay, big up to everybody in the building. Shout out to Quartz, Doctor in the building, Neil. Guys, I was not that late. Come on, it was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Come on. Respect, please. Respect. Um, time for him to be dropped. That's the big question, Neil. Will Ruben Amorim grow enough pants? What does he have the balls? Does he actually feel like it's necessary to take out Onana? He was asked about him in the presser. Let's listen to the presser and then we will come back to this question because this is a bigger question. I want to hear your opinion on it because I think the doctor said something really smart yesterday where, you know, you use Newcastle as your opportunity to integrate and warm up Bayern there, get him back to match sharpness. And then from there, like, second leg versus Lyon at Old Trafford, you play Bayern there. Simple. But is it really, really, really going to be, the right thing to do? What if Bayern Day makes a mistake? Then you really look like a fool. But Onana been making mistakes, so if you don't do anything, you still look like a fool. It's a catch-22 for Ruben Amorim, so he has to make the big call. And yeah, let's hear what he actually um, had to say because I'm sure it was addressed. And also the embargoed section of the presser was released, so we'll also check that out as well. So big up yourself, take a chill pill, unwind. 6 minutes of Ruben Amorim. Let's hear what he got to say.
Jeremy, we got a microphone.
First question gotta be about Onana, no? Or second? I say first. Okay, get to it, boy.
Hi, Ruben. I know you're going to defend Andre Onana.
There we go.
But sometimes.
First question. He even just started laughing. Oh, he's like, that guy. He's gonna get me in trouble. Why am I talking about more Onana than football? It's crazy. Ruben has a tough job, Onana dropped the mic system. Oh Lord. Oh. Oh man, Amorim looks like he wants to punch a TV. I think we do need to carry TVs with him when they're traveling in the bus, in the plane. Just because it's anger management, like it's just like how else is he going to release? Because this guy, you can tell, he's like, I am so sick of it. He's headed up to here. Shout out to Men Lutata, by the way. Big up yourself in the building. Yeah, no, we're gonna just go through this and then from there I'm gonna share the link because I also want to hear people's opinions on what is the way forward next because Newcastle is around the corner and Lyon is coming back too.
Surely you have to say that a player, I know he doesn't want to, but he's made mistakes to cost you both goals, right? So therefore, it's difficult to defend.
It can happen. If you play football and you play a lot of games, you can make mistakes. And if you look at the season, I make more mistakes than them during these last games and during these last months. So that can happen.
Oh, protecting Andre. He said, I make more mistakes than them. It can happen in football. Ruben Amorim is shielding Andre Onana. Is this the way forward? He has to. He's the manager. He knows the transfer window is not open yet. But in his mind, he can make up his mind. But right now, you gotta back him. And just judging from that, Onana is playing the second leg.
The good thing is that we have one more game to change everything. So that should be our focus.
I've got to ask this. Do you think the spat, the argument with Matic beforehand sort of caused Andre to sort of be a little bit distracted, a bit concerned about the crowd?
Oh my, they gotta bring up Matic. Somebody should play Onana there. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Onana, be humble.
sort of getting at because of this?
I don't know. That can happen. The best thing is to look at the goals and all the actions that Andre has had in the game. To talk with Vital and Craig and try to. This is the best way to help any player is to focus on the game. What happened? What is the best have in the.
So he got to talk with Craig and Vital.
Thing is to look at the goals and all the actions that Andre has had in the game. To talk with Vital and Craig and try to. This is the best way to help any.
Vital and Craig gotta fix the situation. Vital and Craig, we are counting on you. Vital and Craig, you better not disappoint. Andre Onana better not make them mistakes because you guys, Ruben told us, he put your names out there.
Players to focus on the game, what happened, what we need to improve, and then put the player again.
Oh. Ruben, Andre always seems to be quite an upbeat, kind of positive character. How was he feeling after that? Is he down or what's?
No, I didn't see him. But to be honest with you, I used these minutes to try to calm down, to come here to say the right things. But it's normal. I think I felt really quiet, the dressing room, and that is a good thing. We draw away in Europe. That is always hard. But
thank you. Let's put that one in the basket of positive things. Yesterday, I was getting chastised for trying to find positives, but there's still positives. We are unbeaten. We are unbeaten. We are unbeaten in Europe. This is this is what it is. Big up to everybody that's hit the like button. We still have a few 007 agents that have not hit the like button, by the way. Amarim looks like he's going to spontaneously come past, right? It's me. It feels like he's like, you know what? I might tell them, listen, I've hit it up to here and I'm about to explode. I'm done. I'm walking away. Thank you very much, but it was nice knowing you. That's what I feel like we're heading with Amorim, because he can still get a job pretty much anywhere. Maybe not Real Madrid, but if he called Bayern Munich and said, "Guys, you guys don't know what you're doing with the company. Let me show you how to do this, son." He would. They would listen. Which club would reject? Maybe Barcelona right now, they've got that groove going on with Hansi Flick. They wouldn't listen to Amorim. But most clubs are picking up the phone and giving him an interview and considering him strongly. Even if Real Madrid even end up going with Xavi Alonso, they will strongly consider Ruben Amorim if he was like looking for a job at that particular time, you know? Anyway, let's just finish this and then
the team is suffering, but we need to change that, and we have the opportunity to change, so let's focus on that.
Rob? I know that obviously the focus is going to be on Andre, but is that a little bit disappointing for you? Because otherwise the game you seem in control, you could create chances, you're ahead in stoppage time. You're having to sort of talk about mistakes when the rest of it is quite good and you can see that progress.
Yeah, that is clear, but we need to have results. We are talking about the performance, we are improving, we are being consistent. I think that is clear for everybody, but then we need to win, and we had the game under control. But the good thing is that the last play before the goal was one play when we want to make the third goal, and sometimes you can keep the ball, but I really like it that energy from the team to score another goal. But again, that can happen. We need to focus on changing that on next Thursday.
Okay. Weird thing to applaud, but okay. I think you should be protecting the ball and not trying to go for a third goal, but I guess it's because it's the first leg he's saying that. If it's the second leg and we're trying to make it for like, I don't know. I'm just saying maybe, we score, they score, and it's 3-3, and then we're trying to make it 4-3 on aggregate. And then we do that, and then we're trying to go for the fifth one. I'd be concerned, but okay, weird thing to applaud. But Ruben is Ruben.
Ruben, I just want to ask about Lenny Yoro's performance tonight, because
shout out to Melissa Reddy.
He took a lot of responsibility on and off the ball.
Yeah, it's really good. He's really confident. I think he's improving the physicality. It was something that he was struggling. He didn't have preseason, so we had to maintain Lenny sometimes with a little bit problems, and we start again. So we are seeing all the work that all the staff is doing with Lenny. He feels more at home in Carrington in our club. So you can see that he's a top player.
Good goal from Joshua Zirkzee after
Come
a
on.
phenomenal Bruno Fernandes goal. We actually thought after your press conference comments yesterday that you would
Can you not forget that Joshua Xerxes scored from a header yesterday? Jesus is Lord.
start with Zirkzee. Is there a particular reason you decided not to and to go with Hoyland?
Sometimes the most important players sometimes in the game is the guys that come inside during the game. So he did his job quite well. But again,
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, Joshua Xerxes, Joshua Xerxes. Oh no, the manager. Shots fired! Shots fired! What? He said the most important. What? That is wild. That is wild. No, did he just say the most important? Sometimes the most important player is the one that comes later. It comes inside. Like, so he's telling you, Rasmus, that you are. I don't know how else to tell. How do you spell shit without saying shit?
Conference comments yesterday that you would start with Zirkzee. Is there a particular reason you decided not to and to go with Hoyland?
sometimes the most important players sometimes in the game is the guys that come inside during the game. So he did this job quite well. But again, Rasmus, especially during the first half, he did a lot of runs and pushed the team forward in one moment that we were struggling to find the right moment to press the opponent. So he did his job, and then Josh did a great goal and also did a great job when he
So we should send him to the Olympics. If he is being paid to do a lot of runs, we have an Olympic athlete, ladies and gentlemen, and not a number 9. He cross country Rasmus. The manager is here applauding runs. Interesting.
And Josh did a great goal and also did a great job when he was inside of the pitch.
Hi, Ruben. In the last round, you drew away against Sociedad, won at home at Old Trafford. I mean, how do you see the tie now? Do you feel that with the second leg at home, you've got the advantage?
No, I think it's 50-50, and then we have to be really smart in the next round, because we are going to play at home in our stadium with our fans, and they will give us energy. But at the same time, this team of Lyon wants to push us to make possession near the box, to have a lot of space to make transitions. So the next stage we need to play, of course, with our heart, but we have to think a lot during the game. So it's a really difficult match, but again, we are playing with our fans, and we play when we play at home, we play with one more player.
All right, nice answer. 50-50. That's actually a really good analysis too, saying that our fans also, you gotta make sure that they're not like making the players lose their heads too quickly. That's really good.
So I was just going to think, and you said you hadn't spoken to Andre yet. When you do speak to him, what are you going to say?
Nothing. We have training, go with Vital, and we deal with that. So I'm really natural. That can happen with any player. We will try to help there's nothing I can say to Andre in this moment that would help him. So the most important thing is to be natural, and then when the time comes, I will choose the best 11 to play. But I'm really confident in Andre.
That concludes the.
Wow. He ended it with I'm really He didn't need to say that little bit at the end, because he said I'll choose the best 11. That for me felt like oh he's gonna exclude him. But right. Am I the only one that's reading into it the right way? I don't know. Anyway, Bots is on the Amarim Out League. No chance. No chance. Has Professor taken the hot chip? Why does Professor need to take the hot chip? Apparently, Xerxes practiced that goal in training. Big up, Xerxes, showing that training, practice, makes perfect. That's the only way in life. That's big up, big up. I'm so happy for Xerxes. And also, I hope that this is the beginning of like him scoring like aerial goals, because let's be honest, he hasn't been quite an aerial threat at all. At all. So I'm really happy that he got his goal. And it was a header. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, big up to you if you're just joining in. Kind reminder to hit the like button, by the way, if you're just pulling up. You are so welcome in these streets. We are just checking out Ruben's press. Like yesterday, he obviously had an embargoed embargoed section of the press conference, and just want to hear what he has to say about Newcastle, and then we will matter of fact, this match is gonna be so easy for me to grade real quick anyway. So here we go. Let's I just shared the link in the chat, by the way, for anybody that wants to call in. Yeah, let's hear just a segment of this.
Obviously, Josh had a tough time against Newcastle last time out in December. You brought him off after about 33 minutes, I believe. That was a really hard moment for him. Since then, he's come back. He scored some big goals from here, big penalty, of course, in the Arsenal shootout. Obviously, he's shown great character to come back from that, yeah?
Yes, he's doing a great job, but also a very important thing was the way the fans react after that incident. So if you see every time, even if Josh is not playing, every time he gets on the pitch or just warming up, our fans sing the Josh song. So that is massive for the players. So it's 50-50. 50 part of the fans and 50% part of Josh.
And from your point of view, what did you do after that game to help bring him back up to being in a better kind of frame of mind?
The same thing. I explained the situation because I, as a former player, I wanted to hear some explanation sometimes from the coaches, and I'm really open on that. I just want to help the team, and then work with him, all the work that all the staff is doing with him and is improving, and then put him to play. And this is the only way to show confidence to the player.
Nice.
Samuel.
Hi, Ruben. When the club got to the last stage of the Europa League under Jose Mourinho, he started to rotate heavily in Premier League.
Who's this reporter? That's a good question already.
Games because there wasn't a lot to play in them. Are you likely to do that similarly now where these Europa League games become more critical?
But there's a great responsibility. We don't have a team that is really big to do that. And then we have some players that I know that cannot make like 90 minutes in this moment. Still, we have to be careful. So we will try to address all these subjects in the game against Newcastle. But we have a great responsibility when we play any game. So I will try to look at that. That is for sure. But we have to face Newcastle with a team that we can be competitive to win the game.
And will you roughly have the same squad?
Nah, fam. Bench Bruno, bench Mazraoui. I don't want to see them guys touch the pitch. I don't even want them to come to the game.
As tonight for that game on Sunday?
Sorry?
Will you have pretty much the same squad, or will some players come back?
No, I think it's the same squad.
Simon.
Hi, Ruben. What do you make of Newcastle at the moment, the form they're in? And you indicated before the derby that, as Samuel alluded to, you might have to rotate. You're going to have to prioritise next Thursday with the game as it is?
Yeah, to sometimes winning games is the best way of preparing the next one. Of course, I'm going to be careful with some players, but again, we need to be competitive. And when you are playing for Manchester United, you cannot go to the game thinking in the next one. So we are going to face this one, and then we'll have 3 days. We are going to prepare the game more in the way without a lot of run, a lot of training. It's just recovering, and then we will be fine on Thursday with our fans. But we need to face Newcastle in a way that we can win the game.
What do you make of Newcastle and the threats that they pose in particular?
everything. They have top players, really good on set pieces, the physicality, the way they run and recover when they are beaten in the first pressure. So they are a team that play together for a while. So they won a title that was really emotional for everybody. You can see it during that week. But again, we have to think in our team the way we want to play these kind of games, and we are being more consistent in the way we play the game. So we'll try to do the same on Sunday.
Paul.
Nice.
Ruben, just on Bruno Fernandes, he's played pretty much every
Come on, last question. These guys are asking too many questions now.
minute this season. I think he's played his last 20 matches he's started. Does it come to a point where, obviously, you've got to look at the Europa League and next week, do you think you can take him out of the Newcastle game, or is he someone that demands to play every game?
I just said
It's
that.
an evaluation. We'll make this evaluation with all the stuff, with all the data that we have, and then because we know already the players, we will try to protect that ones that it will be hard to make a lot of games. But Bruno Fernandes is playing all the time and is playing better all the time. Sometimes this kind of player has to play in every match, but we will address that in this day that we have to prepare.
Okay, the Newcastle question.
Do not believe the data, people. Please just rest Bruno.
Questions are embargoed until tomorrow at 1:30 p.m.
Word. Anyway, that is Ruben. Let's talk with Pav. Man, like Pav, big up, bro.
Yo,
Pav, I don't know. This is how I'm gonna grade the players from yesterday. Everybody gets a C except for Onana and Hoyland.
go on that. So you can put in that bracket with Hoyland as well and Onana.
Was Garnacho that bad? Like, I know
Yeah,
he
man.
wasn't productive, but like, was he as bad as Hoyland? Because Hoyland, for
He
me,
was, him and Hoyland were on the same level yesterday. Onana was on his own level, bro. That motherfucker was like on Mars.
Oh no. There goes monetization as well. Garnacho was horrible, says Kenny. Oh really? Okay. So that's how you'd grade the team, right? Garnacho, Hoyland, Onana, worst of the worst bunch, and then everybody else like in the same level. It was such a very like demoralizing like ending, bro. Because we had that.
I'm still I wouldn't say pissed, but I'm like worn out from that match yesterday. Because we were here in the stream, we were all excited, weren't we? We were like, brother, there's like 2 minutes, and then nah. Man killed us, man. He killed us.
Damn. Let me also welcome Bali Tech in the building and Riri as well, and we'll just do this as a discussion, just because I don't want to do the spreadsheet today. I just want to just have a verbal.
Not the spreadsheet.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna talk about Onana. Did you hear that guy? Did you watch KG's channel this morning?
Oh, I haven't. What?
There was a guy who went. There was a guy who went.
You
Hold on,
British,
Riri. Let me
people
talk. Let me
be
talk,
like,
Riri. Wait.
No, but I was gonna say, British people say to us, "Have you watched?" You know, KG's show is at like 4 o'clock in the morning over here.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Yeah, but usually, like, I watch it during breakfast when I'm eating my breakfast, But like today,
Literally, but yeah, there was a guy who basically like said, none of this would be happening today or the past 2 years if his mum just swallowed. That's what someone said on his channel, It is disgusting, isn't it? Even like when I heard that, I was like, nah, man, that's too far, man. But he was right. That person was right. He said that because factually, he's right. Like all these mistakes.
Did he get sin bin?
Nah, he didn't get sin bin. People said that person was telling facts.
Well, It is what it
Unfortunately,
is.
that person who said it was me. But yeah, still, we move.
Belichick, I nearly crashed out and ended the stream, you know.
Man, this is
This is crazy, bro. Like, this is nuts.
Do you know
Hey,
what's
Scott, do you know
funny?
what? It was funny, yeah, because Joe was about to end the stream, and I was like, let me make 3 quick points peacefully, yeah. I basically bigged up. I basically
Yo,
bigged
you
up
had
Kobe.
Absolute
one job
gaslighter.
this
I
morning, bro.
bigged up
Pav,
Kobe,
One
yeah.
job.
Pav, you're chatting shit. It was you. It was Pav. It was Pav.
Bro, you
I
came
just
on
said
here
it was
It was
me.
saying
Pav.
Pav, and you ran the
I
show this
literally
It was
just said,
morning.
Pav.
unfortunately, the
You let
person who
that
said it was
happen?
me.
Huh?
Hey, I reeled
Jesus.
Joe in, yeah, because I was like, let me end the show peacefully. So I was like, yeah, big up Kobe for his appearance. And I was like, big up the fans, you're going to need some paracetamol for the Newcastle game and then Lyon. And then I was like, none of this would have happened if his mum just swallowed, didn't it, for
Look,
the past
there
2
we
years.
go. And you're letting him say it again on the mains. Look at this guy. You should have seen Bindem. You know he's going to say it again. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Yo,
You don't
y'all
respect
just
yourself.
like the chaos, like legit, like the chaos. You
I
know
was
he's
I was
gonna say
calling
it
into
again.
warn. I was trying to call into warn, but it was him who said it. You just letting him here say it again anyway. Like,
Bro, you know, for me, it's like afternoon just started. I had Zoom meetings, you know, with my like work folks that are
I
very
am legit on a Zoom meeting right now and on this
you
call.
know, it's
yeah,
great.
I need to focus.
And then Pap just starts the Friday, the first cuss word. Like it's not even a cuss
Some
word. It's
left field
just
stuff.
graphic,
Do you-
like
You know what Pam's about, fam. He's upset as well, bro. Onana pissed him off. You know
Bro,
this.
he's not. He doesn't need a reason. Don't give him a reason. That's who he
And then
is.
Onana gave him one, and that was it.
He's a menace.
Ah,
Yo, Dennis ain't got nothing on Pav. I'm telling you.
nah,
Dennis
no.
ain't got nothing on Pav.
Oh
You
Lord.
know, there's been times, yeah, where I've genuinely thought, bro, I've said like one of the maddest things on stream, yeah, but that has got to be the most diabolical thing I've ever heard, bro.
oh, Pav said worse. Pav has said worse than that. He said
No,
worse
he
than
said
that, bro.
worse, Balitek. He is legit said worse.
Yeah, maybe we should have a show where we just like compilation of Pav's takes that like
Yes, definitely.
It
But
has to
I
be
am going
R-rated.
to on it because, like I said, I'm on a Zoom and Joe's making me responsible. I just came on here to say that
Yeah.
going forward, I will definitely be looking at our manager side eye because based on that performance yesterday, there are a couple of people who need to be benched. And if they're not benched going forward, I will definitely. My focus now is on my manager. And that bullshit response he gave to those reporters yesterday, because I
Which part was
listened to it,
bullshit part? Which part?
the part where he was like, basically saying, oh, Onana has to meet with the coaches. When the guy asked him, oh, did he say anything to him?
Yeah.
Bro, the same energy you had for Rashi with the 65-year-old goalkeeper coach. How about you put the 65-year-old goalkeeper coach to keep for us for Newcastle?
For
Because you had
real.
that energy. You had big energy to say that on the mains about Rashi. But you out here hemming and hawing and jumping through hoops not to say certain things. Come on, man.
You know
Keep
why
that
though,
energy. If you're gonna
Riri?
have one energy, keep it all throughout. Be that person.
Although Riri, I will say one thing to that though. I think it's different problems though. You know, when someone is an attitude problem and someone is just an ability
Yo,
problem.
I don't care. Keep the
Yeah, but that's
same
why it's different energy though.
brethren.
You know, when he came in, he said that he'll defend all these players if they give him 100%. I feel like he thinks Onana's giving him 100%.
Onana hasn't given
He's just not good.
100% since before he got here.
Yeah, I get it. But what I'm trying to say is Rashford wasn't given 100% when he was here. That's why he felt free to cuss Rashford.
But that's what I'm saying to you. Nobody's given 100% since he's got here. So that's a bullshit excuse. None of them.
I disagree.
I agree with what Riri's saying, you know.
None of them. The only
I
person
know, I
probably
disagree,
still
Riri. Some
giving
people are
100%.
trying and they're not good enough. There's a difference between trying
So if
and
you're
not being
gonna have
good enough.
energy for one set of players, you gotta have energy for all. You came in here,
but
you
that's a
bench
different energy.
Casemiro. Joe, he benched Casemiro without playing Casemiro, talking about, oh, he don't see what Casemiro is doing in training. You bench that man without playing him, right?
That's
Made
what
him
he's seen.
travel, never bring him on. All of that stuff. And you got this dude out here doing all of this, and you're like, oh well, he's just gonna have to meet with the coaches at practice.
Well, don't get me wrong. I don't want him to start. It's not like I'm trying to defend Onana. So, let me just stop. But what I'm trying to say is, the thing is with Onana and him is the difference is that one's trying and one wasn't.
Bro, like
I guess there's not much
he
instructions to
could
give to a
paint
goalkeeper,
whatever
though.
narrative he wants based on how he feels about a player, bro. And he could say that on the mains, and we gotta believe it. We're not there every day at Carrington. We don't know what's going on. How all of a sudden Casemiro wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, but now you playing him, and Casemiro is legit doing the most in the midfield the last couple of games.
Yeah.
How did that switch all of a sudden happen, Joe?
Hey, I don't know. He said he figured out how to use him.
No, I'm
I don't know.
looking at
Listen,
him
I'm not
side
the
eye,
biggest.
bro. Like legit,
I'm not the biggest
looking at him
backer of
side eye.
Amarim. You know this anyway. I'm always criticizing the manager. So
I'm looking at him side eye going forward, bro. Legit.
You know what?
I'm not against it.
Even touching off what Riri was saying, yeah. Like for me, I said this to a few guys that I know, and I think I said it on a few streams. I said, how is it possible that this manager is able to lose 10 games, yeah, or more, and he's not playing Casemiro, but we're all here saying that Casemiro's this, that, and the third.
Yeah, Balitech, you might need to do the thing where you exit and come back in again because the mic is not.
Yeah, and I mean, and the braids is saying in the chat he benched Casemiro because he thought he doesn't fit the trick. That's what I'm saying. This man's like making son. Like no, but seriously, I'm not hammering out, but I'm definitely looking at homeboy side eye going forward. Like
Reeves on the fence. Reeves on the fence, man.
There's nothing wrong with it. I've been giving this guy side eye.
I'm legit looking at him bombastic.
Wow, Joe's on the fence as well. This is the first I'm hearing.
Pav, what are you talking about? I'm the one that was saying to Pat to bots in our stream. Yeah, this guy is running up a wall. Yeah, with no hands, bro. He's running up a wall with no hands. When I'm trying to tell him, bro, if you just use your
what the
hands,
maddest thing is,
different.
with Ten Hag, I absolutely hated the guy. I don't even hate Ruben. I feel sorry for him, innit?
Yeah.
I have no hatred towards the guy yet, but
that's because he came in here with the reverse psychology on y'all mofos and dropped it on y'all, so now y'all can't hate him. Y'all I feel sorry for him. He's got a bunch of shitty players because he came out and said it.
Oh no! I don't feel.
Said it. He did the reverse psychology on y'all because he's like, you know what? I'm gonna come out and call these men out, so then the fan base can't come for me because I've already said that I agree.
Oh no!
A bunch of shitty players.
Going in on the guy is completely different. Like I only feel sorry for the guy because Ten Hag left him in basic like. Nah, this is on Ten Hag, bro. Like
they should have left Ten Hag for the end of the season. Then they should have left Ten Hag to the end of the season. Then I already said this, fam. If they're gonna blame Ten Hag for the situation they're in now, then you shouldn't have changed the man. The man brought his players to play his game.
The best thing to do was to leave it with Rude. Amarim should never have taken his. Amarim should never have taken his job. But we would have probably been in a similar or slightly better situation if it was Rude.
Fuck off.
Listen, all I'm saying at this point,
that's just an opinion. It's not obviously fact or anything because it's just my opinion.
Standing on this because I gotta hop off. He has to drop some of these players as a manager. If your players are not performing the same way you thought that Rashford wasn't performing on the pitch, you played him a couple of games and then you said, oh, he's not doing what you want him to do. Onana's not doing what he's supposed to do as a goalkeeper. Højlund is not doing what he's supposed to be doing as a 9, and Garnacho's not doing what he's supposed to be doing as whatever position you got him playing. Because I don't even call him a 10. So if these players are not performing the way the same energy you had for Rashford and you put him on the bench, or the same energy you had for Casemiro because you said he couldn't fit into the team, these dudes are not fitting into this team. It's not fitting into your system, and they're not working. So guess what? You gotta bench them, or else then you just talking out both sides of your mouth. You guys have a good day.
Yo,
I agree and disagree at the same time because you know what? One thing, you can't compare two situations and call them the same every time. Yeah, just because someone, look, if I say to you, bots, all right, look, I don't like the way you're training. Yeah, off screen.
Mhm.
Yeah, me and you when me and you are behind stage or something. I'm saying, fam, you know what? It's just not right. It's just not
Mhm.
right. Me and you are not. We're not. It's not linking up right. It's not working. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me get someone else on the mains. Yeah, and then
Mhm.
we'll try and work it out later. Yeah, and then
Mhm.
you bring someone else on, and they probably play just as bad or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't know, but I think the manager would get more respect if he did. If he did drop some people, I've already said this. He should drop some people, play some youth, and then he would get more respect. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to lose anyway, we'd rather lose with people that we think are going to give their 100%. And
Mhm.
as Riri and I can't remember who else said it, but they don't think everybody's giving 100%. I think some people on the pitch are giving 100%. Some people
Yeah.
are. They're just not good enough. Yeah, they're just not good enough. Some of them. But yeah, we'll see, innit?
I I really feel like so for the yesterday, in your opinion, Joe, like who was the worst player on the pitch for you? Was it
Player.
Onana? Was it Hoyland? Yeah.
Onana made the most obvious mistakes, but I don't think he was the consistent worst player. That's actually probably Garnacho.
Bro,
Garnacho
when
was probably our
Onana,
most consistent worst player. Onana made the worst mistakes. Yeah, and obviously
but
all
the,
the highlight was on him.
but the
So
thing is, bro, when Garnacho makes mistakes, like the possibility of us conceding a goal are like 1%. But when Onana makes a mistake, the possibilities of us conceding goal are 100%. So
Yeah.
that makes him the worst player on the pitch.
Yeah.
Garnacho
Yeah.
is the worst player of the season, not the pitch of the season. I want him gone yesterday.
Who is that? Peter.
Yeah.
Big up, Peter.
Hey,
Call him from the
Peter, Peter, at least you didn't have to wait an hour to speak this time.
back.
What? What?
I said, at least you didn't have to wait an hour to speak this time. Ain't that
Bro,
right,
this
Joe?
is crazy, bro.
Yo,
Joe, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm gonna
how
go
was
tell him, bro.
Casemiro in this game? I actually like Casemiro's game as well.
Yeah,
He
I think Casemiro gets a C as well.
Yeah, he tried. Didn't he try like a bicycle kick or something? Overhead kick.
Bro, send him to the pensioners home, bro.
Like the Juve, not the Juve, the bicycle that Ronaldo did against Juve, but obviously they off.
Yeah, yeah. But he was good. You know. Um. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Um. What about this guy? What about Ugarte?
I'm giving the guy a C as well because he's there to break up play and destroy in it. And that's what his job is, and that's what he does. I don't know why people are hating on him. Do you know what it is? People watch teams, yeah, like
Yeah.
PSG, and be like, "Oh, this is a sport we should be playing in that." But clearly, the club ain't going that direction because they would never have hired Ruben Amorim in the first place.
Yeah. Didn't he get the assist for the Euro equalizer?
Yeah, but it was a shot, bro.
I'm not sure.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. It's an assist
It's
by
an
his
assist. It's an
but
assist, you
like he
know.
reacted. It's the second time he's taken a shot. It's funny because he's usually not somebody who tries to score goals, but you know what? Big up him anyway. But in the first half though, he got sent to go buy some coke at the shops. I don't know that. I don't know if you remember that moment. He started nervy Ugarte and then grew
By the
into.
way, yeah, I'm changing Maguire's score to B as well because he's the early centre back that we know who can distribute the ball properly from the back.
Mm. Yeah, because I was actually just thinking, I was like, why we're looking at the other center backs, why is he getting a C while the others got a B? And I think it was also the comment from Compost that made me think about that. All right, yeah, no, okay, B for Maguire seems justified. B for Euro,
Yeah.
B for Mazraoui, C for Dalo, C for Dorgu, C for Ugarte. Should be a B for Casemiro, but it's a
Do you have a
C.
Z, bro? Z.
And you could change a Nana score to Z, innit? That guy deserves
Yeah.
nothing. And I tell it's not just because of the two goals. Let me tell you something, Box, yeah.
Yeah.
Before the game was started, this man was walking around the goalpost like egging on the Lyon fans, innit? Had his little wired headphones in. Like, who still walked around with wired headphones in the first place? Come on. And then in the 92nd minute, my man's egging the Lyon fans again when he's time racing on the ball. Brother, why are you staring? Why are you giving him the stare? What are
Wow.
you trying to do? 1 minute later, you can see the goal, yeah? And then another point, when Mason Mount got tackled, yeah, and then man start beefing up Mason Mount and all the other players come to back it. Where was Onana in that picture? Where was you?
Yeah.
Nowhere to be seen. You were ducking. Because you're that guy, yeah, who will start beef, yeah, with random people, get your mates to back you up, yeah, and then you'll disappear, and then you'll come back, yeah, when it's all eased off you and be like, yeah, we murked them, innit? That's you, Onana, bro.
Damn. Nah. Thanks. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, Onana does criminal work by him, honestly. Let's go to Bruno. What do you guys think of Bruno? Hey.
No, that's too much, man. Bruno, I think Bruno had the 50-50 game because there was some stinky things that he did in that game, and he also did some good things, but again, man, in some of the corners that he was taking, he couldn't even beat the first man. So
Yeah.
it was a hot and cold game for him. So I'm gonna give him a C, like the others, innit? You're lucky he's not getting a D because I expect better from Bruno because he's the only one who's currently performing at a decent level when he is. But whether his purple patches come to winners, I don't know.
But the thing is, bro, we're so used to shit, you know. And when a player does a normal stuff, like a normal thing, we get hyped up. I mean, not me, not you, but the rest of
Yeah.
the
It's
then
like,
brain fan base, you know. When Xerxes did two step overs, I saw the Twitter merchants, you know, jerking off, bro, busting nuts, brother.
what a
It's a normal thing.
yeah. Kenny says C for Bruno is justified. What does Balitek say? Balitek have no fear, man. Balitek is here. What you saying, brother?
Yo, I'm going with. You're not doing any pluses or minuses, are you?
No pluses, no minuses.
I'm gonna go with a hard C. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a hard C.
Yeah, nah, all right. We agree on that one. All right, Ganacho. What about Ganacho, Balitek? What are you saying?
He could get an F as well.
No,
Ganacho,
he set up Bruno.
Ganacho is a D for me.
Me in the middle will go E.
Yeah, he's cool.
Evil Garnacho. Come on. The guy that was like energy, vibrant, lively,
My
of
problem is whenever he gets the ball, yeah, you can always tell he's gonna pass it before he should. He's either gonna try and shoot when he shouldn't. He's gonna run the ball out of play, or he's gonna he's gonna try and take someone on when he hasn't got the capabilities to and get tackled. Like somebody like him should say, "Do you know what? I'm probably not that confident to do this, so I'm gonna go for the 1-2." Or like there was a period earlier where they've sprayed the ball out to him, and he could have done two things, right? Either he cuts back inside and passes to someone on the edge of the box, or he drives down the line and then goes for the cutback. The ball came out to him, the defender was facing him up, and he played the ball and it hit the defender. Now, in my head, I'm thinking, bruv, why do you always make these errors? Like, he does this all game, all the time. Now, in my humble opinion, yeah, we need players that are deadly in the final third. He's too sweet. He is like a spice boy. He is like he's like a sporty spice, isn't it? Like on the pitch. Yeah. Like we need some killers, yeah.
We
And
need
he is
some
a spice boy.
dogs, some warriors.
Yeah, bro.
Bruh, yeah, no, I hear you.
You know what they call Garnacho on Twitter every time he's had a stinker?
No, I don't. I don't want you to say it. I don't want you to say it. But yes, I know what they call
But
him.
I'll say it anyway. They call him Trans 17.
Anyway, let's go to Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund, Buddy Tech. What are you saying on Rasmus Højlund? It's crazy that a defender was more of a goal threat than Højlund. Lenny Euro. Like,
Yep.
Rasmus needs to look in the mirror, fam.
Rasmus,
No.
Rasmus is getting an E as well.
E? No, why not an
Yeah.
F?
I just think whatever the lowest score is, let's give him a Z. Like, whatever the lowest score is, Rasmus is F.
I
Yeah,
don't,
F is
I
F is
don't think
good.
he can beat. He
F is
can't beat
good.
Nana, bro.
The thing about it is, like, when you are passing somebody the ball and they are happy to receive the ball, you see that body language. But when Rasmus gets that ball, he's like, oh no. Like he's not centered, bro. And I've like there's been moments like where somebody is you're like that. I've felt like that on the pitch myself, and also when I'm playing FIFA, there's moments where you're not like connected with, even if it's just a virtual game, you're not connected with your controller. And he's exactly in that moment right now and needs a change of place ASAP. Like, this season could not finish any faster for Rasmus Højlund, and he's playing like a player who's got one goal in 27 games. Very, very poor record, and I don't even know what else to say about this guy. But
Well, I tell you what, yeah, if he's meant to be playing for his career, if him and Xerxes are meant to be playing for their career, only one of them is winning this battle right now, as it stands.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. So yeah, if you're going F, I will agree with you. F is probably the appropriate mark for him.
Yeah. He needs to like play like you're transfer listed and you're trying to get yourself out the transfer list, because you got one chance. If you can come in at the semi, if we make it to the semifinals, you score, become a big impact, a brace semifinal, you score a brace in the final. Just saying, I know this is like, I sound like a madman right now, but I'm just trying to talk to Rasmus Højlund and say, if that happens, you give people like a little bit a United fan base. Some of them, Rasmus FC will start assembling, but right now there's nobody in Rasmus FC.
The problem is Rasmus FC.
Yeah.
All they've been doing is saying, but he scored more goals than this striker in the Europa League. And in my head, I'm thinking, but look at who he scored against. Like, he's not scored against any top quality opposition. And at the end of the day, if the Europa League, they give you more space, but in the Premier League, the defenders are fast, they will tackle you, and they will outstrength you as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the movement comes in. You have to actually have good movement in the Prem. Whereas in Europa League, there's a lot of space that you can sort of navigate with. And even then, the Europa League is supposed to be his competition, but he's not scoring there either. So, yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. And people think, that when we give these criticisms, it's like borderline hate. And I promise everybody in the chat and anybody listening around the world, this ain't hate. This is just criticism that has been built over time, because the guy has shown me from last season that he can go 16, 17 games without a goal. And now this season, he's smashing his own record. He's smashing it.
Bruh.
So what do you want me to do? He's our starting number 9. Like back in the day, or even now, how I used to judge when the players that I gave the criticism to are the players that start. I don't criticize people that are on the bench typically. The reason why I don't is because 1, they're not getting enough game time, and 2, they're a rotational player. So they're not players that we rely on unless somebody's injured.
Mm-hmm.
So typically, somebody like Rasmus, he probably, if this is the old school Man United, we probably just have his name in the academy. He might get 15 minutes. If he doesn't do anything in that 15 minutes, then we never ever see him again. That's how it works. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, in 2025, he is a starter at Manchester United. He is a diabolical striker. He is the worst striker I've ever seen play for this club. Yeah. And typically when strikers are not good, they get limited minutes. But he has literally had the most amount of minutes that I've seen in my life playing for Manchester United as a diabolical striker. So he's in a unique position. It's never been done before in the history. It's never been done, guys. Imagine a guy week in, week out, stinker, 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 no goals, no goals, no goals, no assists, no assists, no assists. And this is totally fine. He'll play next week. Like, this is crazy, bro. You know what's mad, yeah? Man like
Yeah.
Amad Diallo, yeah. If
Yeah.
Amad doesn't score and he doesn't
Yeah.
assist, people are gonna be like, "Oh, but he didn't score though. Oh, but he didn't assist though. Oh, but he didn't score though. Oh, but he didn't assist." But hold on, you man are
Yeah.
cool with this guy. I don't want to call him a name, but you man are cool with this guy. Week in, week out, no goals. And then when we're saying we need another striker, people are now throwing up statistics and throwing up this and throwing up that. Like we're all insane, like we don't know what we're seeing. Do you know how patronizing this is? Yeah? I'm a guy who grew up on Andy Cole, Dwight York, Eric Cantona, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney. And you're telling me, Teddy Sheringham, Ollie Solskjaer, you're telling me that this guy should be playing up front for us? Yeah? When's the last time, apart from this guy, that we had a striker that just it's like a religious thing. He just goes to church and he doesn't pray for I don't know, riches or
Yeah.
something to improve his life. Like
Yeah.
every week he's just like, yeah, let me just go to church and sing.
Mm.
Like he doesn't want anything. He doesn't want anything. He just wants to go to church and sing. And when God's like, yeah, son, I want to give you this, he's like, no, 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 God, I don't want this. I don't want to be successful.
Rasmus didn't pray for goals. He just prays for his acne to go away, and it worked.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of this, bro. I'm sick of this, man. I want to win. Yeah, I want to win. Like everybody else in the chat, we all want to win. But the problem is, if the striker himself is cool not to win week in, week out, then we're never going to win.
The thing is, yeah, when you were saying at the beginning, like the guy keeps playing and playing, yeah, bro, the replacement's not is basically as bad as him.
Yeah. Yeah.
The replacement, the other striker we got, the so-called striker that we've got, is just as bad. But people want to big him up because he does a few step overs and that. He's not going to get us bare goals either.
No, but at least, yeah, if he can show, the thing is, yeah, when I see Xerxes play, Xerxes genuinely adds something to the game. Regardless of the step over or whatever, he adds something to the game. Yeah, whereas when I watch Rasmus, he's just up there, WWE, sometimes leaving the pitch with no shots, not even testing the keeper, and
Yeah.
he's just oblivious.
Look,
Like
look
game
at
in,
this.
game out.
Look at this comment from Yale saying, "I thought Rasmus's strength was finishing." Me too, Yale. And then Dorgu gives him a ball on a plate, and what does he do? Misses the ball, sends it out of play. 98% would test the keeper, 75% would score. That is 100% spot on. Like 98%
On
of
his
like
favoured left foot as well. On his
on your
favoured left foot.
dominant foot, and you still can't keep it on target. That is the thing where I feel like his controller is also disconnected. Onana's controller disconnected in this game, and Hoyland's controller also was disconnected. Let me welcome Kundinho and Professor in the building as well. By the way,
What's up?
as well. Big up, guys! Happy Friday. But we're talking about Hoyland at this very moment in the conversation.
What other striking options do you have?
I want to fight your grades.
We have no striking options, bro. Come on.
No, seriously. Why can't you try? Why can't you try Xerxes at striker? Like he's not that bad. I don't think the amount of game time that you've given Hoyland at striker, at least give him at least half at striker because you've only given him 2 games. And let's not forget he bagged against Everton at the beginning of the season. So I give him a
Bro,
run. They're
Coutinho,
not legit.
I'm gonna tell you,
No,
bro. They're both trash. They are both trash. We need
Yeah, but
two new strikers.
Xerxes
Both of these
shows
are
you
trash.
Xerxes shows you potential that, like, look, I may be young, I may be trash right now, not giving you the numbers, but look at how I can link up with the other players. Look at how the confidence that I bring, and there's a bit more cohesion in the attack. Yeah, like, there's is difference. There's a big difference between him and Hoyland. Very, very clear difference. And
The
and
thing is,
and
Pav is not wrong. Yeah, because at the end of the day, even if you say, okay, let's excommunicate Rasmus, Xerxes, you lead the line and you lead us to the promised land. I'm not confident in that. Neither is Pav, and neither should anybody else. We
what
need a certified. This is Manchester United. Would Xerxes be allowed to play up front for Real Madrid or anybody else that is a noteworthy club? He wouldn't. I'm just gonna be real with you, and neither would Hoyland. Like, that's a hell no. So we need strikers that are worthy of playing for any of these other clubs that we're rivaled with. If not, we're gonna fall deeper and deeper into the abyss of nothingness. Yeah, we want to fight for all the top honors. Yeah, we have a strike force, like everybody in our front sort of four or whatever you can call it, right?
Yeah.
None of these is getting into anybody's team, bro. None of them. None of them. So we need to revamp that whole four position. We need to revamp it with players that can get into other people's teams. I'm just gonna be real.
We have the worst number 9 in the league. I already said this a long time ago when whoever was back in Holland was in here. I said we have the worst number 9 in the league. Like, he is the worst. I will not say Xerxes because I could say Xerxes is better than Colm Archer from Southampton. But Holland is the worst number 9 in the league right now, by far. He's leading the pack. It's like this guy's not good enough. It's not good enough. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He has
almost,
skipped steps. He's not better than Colm Archer from
yeah.
Southampton. He's not better than Delap. He's not
If
better
we
than
give
Bobby.
Igalo this much amount of time, I would have been so much happier with how that chapter ended.
Listen, but it is what it is. It's not going to work out because, again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This man skipped steps. Skip steps in the development. Now you come here 22, you don't know how to play football? He has skipped steps in the development. Let me repeat again. Born in Denmark, first year transfer, the second year transfer, the third year you're already at Manchester United. This man skipped steps. He skipped steps. You're not ready. Go back and go learn something. Go back. Hopefully we get set up to back to Atalanta. Go and learn something at Atalanta because
Wait, isn't he like 22 or 23?
he's
Like
22. He skipped steps.
so yeah, what's Kenny talking about? Kenny just saw his hair and thinks he's really old. Like
No,
Zex
no,
is
no.
not.
He's 22. He skipped steps. He's a young boy. Like, bro, he's not gonna make it here. And it's okay. Go somewhere and revive your career. Look at Anthony. He wasn't being good here.
No,
He left
no, but
Wallet.
next year Zexi will be adding more to his game. We just saw
Xerxes
a
is not a
header.
9.
No,
You're
sure,
forcing Xerxes to
sure.
be somebody he's not gonna
No,
be. And
I'm
when
not
they
saying he
fail,
should be our
people gonna be
9.
upset.
Listen, I'm not saying he should be our 9, but he can play like as one of the 10s as Zexi, as Ruben Amorim has been playing him.
He
And
hasn't
he
played
adds.
the 10 since Real Sociedad.
Yeah, but
Xerxes
he's
has
not.
played 10 since March 13.
Sure, he's not a calamity when he
Who?
plays. Zexi.
No. I'm not saying it's a calamity, but Xerxes is a 10. If you put him at the 9 and he fails, I'm not gonna get upset because I know he will fail there. I'm looking at the manager like, bro,
Sure,
he's going to fail
sure.
there. So when you put him there and fail, that's on the manager. Put
There
him in
we
a position
agree.
where they will not concede.
Okay.
Said they will
Okay.
put Ganacho in the wing in the 10 role. I know he will not succeed there. Ugarte, you do not need him. I know he will not succeed there. So when there's certain players I see on the pitch, I'm like, bro, this person will not play well here. Yeah, and Bruno Fernandes is better off in the double pivot role next to Casemiro. He doesn't deserve to be in the 10 role. But ever since the international break, this man has like he has set his formation and players the way he wants them to be. So far, after the international break, Bruno hasn't played in the number 10 role, except he has made some sub in the game where he has moved Bruno back. Bruno hasn't started there in a long time. Same to Josh. Josh hasn't played the 10 role since Real Sociedad, March 13. At that time, you've been playing starting as a 9 or subbing as a 9. So I'm looking like, bro, I don't know what this manager is trying to do, but he's falling into that trap. He's falling deeper and deeper until he figures out that. Because I know the fan base wants Europa League, and me, I don't care for the Europa League. Listen, to get the fans on your side, you have to win the Europa League, and how you gonna do it? I don't know. I don't know because that Lyon game was like when people say that, oh, the 1-1 draw, I would take it instead of a 2-2 draw.
Sure.
I said I would have taken a 1-1 draw and be like, cool. But that
But
2-2
what's
draw
the
was
difference between a 1-1 and a 2-2, Omo?
It's the
What's
same
that
thing. It's a
difference
draw.
because
It's a
the
draw.
goalkeeper is garbage. It's like it's poor. It's 95 minutes draw. Like
A
it's
draw is a
poor.
draw,
It's
bro.
half time. It's 0-0. It's 0-0 right now.
Yeah,
It's 0-0. I don't think it makes a difference.
It's
0-0,
how
1-1,
you draw.
2-2. It's 0-0.
yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's the funniest shit I've heard. Though I've never taken a 1-1 rather than a 2-2. It's the same
Like,
shit.
listen, it's because
There's
of
no
how
difference.
it's
There's
because of
no
that
difference.
goalkeeper. That goalkeeper, like you mess up one time, cool. We equalize 1-1. We go home. But bro, we scored it. We had the audacity to score again, and this guy went ahead and fumbled it. I'm like, bro, you should have just left it at a 1-1 because bro. That's just my anger speaking right there. Just leave it at a 1-1 because the way this Onana is, man, this guy he's the worst goalkeeper. He has no hips. He cannot dive for the ball. He has no hands. He's poor. Shot from outside the box. You know that? You know the goal they scored. I could bet they were practicing it because against I think was it Southampton or Leicester. They were shooting shot from outside the box, and that's how he was catching it. He was just parrying out in front of him, then he catch the ball. He parried out in front of him and he catch the ball. Parried out in front of me to catch the ball. Like, bro, just catch the ball.
I hear you, bro.
So far,
Yeah.
our goalkeeper is vacant. And Hoyland, listen, next year, Onana and Hoyland cannot be our starting players. That's just it. Next year, that's all our Ineos.
One of them definitely has got to be.
Both of them. Both of them.
That's the
They
idea.
are poor.
You know what's crazy, yeah?
Decent players
Is
in that position.
obviously almost saying that Xerxes more of a number 10, but if it's up to me, I would upgrade the number 10 positions. So whether that's him on the bench, I don't know. But I would upgrade the number 10 positions, get 2 number 10s, and I would get 2 new strikers because the guys that we have up front, in my humble opinion, these guys are not Manchester United strikers. We need strikers that can actually score goals. Like at least 1 to 2 goals per game. In a sense of, okay, he scored this week, he might not score next week, he scored the week after. But we're not going like 20 odd games without a goal. Like, to me, that's just nasty work. I don't care what anybody says.
But you see why I say Xerxes as a 10? Because listen, when the ball go long, because the way this goalkeeper is, when the ball go long, he can trap the ball and we could play from there. We win the first ball automatically. And again, we're moving the ball up the pitch. You're not getting the ball off him. Get the ball off him is a free foul. So to me, I need Xerxes on that pitch. And this man says a 9.5, bro. Just put him at the 10 run call a day.
The reason why I said I think we need 2 10s is because I think we just need like one that is very strong and quick, that is technical as well, that can actually shoot from outside the box, and then we have another one that his creativity is on steroids and he's also quick and technical because like, I just look at this team, the creativity is rubbish, and then the goal scoring ability is also rubbish. So, obviously, if we do get another number 9, we need like one number 10 who's capable of assisting and scoring to a high level. Like, let's say Cunha. Cunha, I think he's got like 15 goals and he's got something like 10 assists. So,
and he's not to be a 9. Lawson is a 9.
I wouldn't mind him playing as a left 10, to be fair.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and in that position, if we're playing on the break or whatever, he can play in the transition. And if we're dominating the game, he can also shoot from outside the box if the other team's camped on their half. I've seen him score
Yeah,
multiple goals from outside the box as well. So me
yeah.
personally, that would be a beautiful number 10. And then I don't mind somebody who can get assists like a Trincao. He's got like 15 assists as an example. And he's already played in the Premier League before. So I wouldn't mind somebody like that. And then if we had a proper number 9,
Yeah.
obviously I would say like a Jokerez or like a what's the other guy's name? Osimhen. I don't
Osimhen
mind these
would have been
guys.
an option.
Oh, all the
Obviously
Victor
they're not the
Victor Boniface is not bad as well.
I
But no,
love
no, no,
Boniface.
no, no.
Apart from his injuries, I don't mind Boniface either.
Yeah.
Boniface is not allowed here. Osimhen's the only
Oh,
one. The
Omo, what's this
Nigerian allowed.
Boniface agenda? What's this Boniface
It's
agenda?
not the Boniface agenda. It's like he's not gonna fit into like that killer number 9 that we need, and he's not it. He's not it. He's a luxury buy. If you had Osimhen, then you go buy Boniface, cool. But he's not the main number 9.
I hear you.
He's
I
gonna
hear you.
force, he's gonna frustrate, and I see that Leverkusen. He frustrates. They
Boxers.
bring on Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick scored 2 goals, or Hoffman score or Ali. No, he's gonna be frustrating.
Yeah.
You don't like Xerxes now, but you want to bring in a better, improved version of Xerxes in the number 9 role. Nah,
Okay.
the main number 9s that are killer are Osimhen, Gyökeres,
Yeah.
and the media delap. I call it the
Media,
media
media
delap because I don't know
darling.
where that came from.
He's a
But
media.
is the lap better than Ekitike?
Whew, that's a good
No.
question.
Output wise, Ekatika is better, but Delap has like a ball carry ability that is
The lap will. I would say like this: the lap will fight for the ball, but Ekitike could drive with the ball.
Yeah,
Ekitike doesn't have that shot
no.
power like the
Delap
other
Delap
dogs. He's
can
more
also
finesse.
drive with the ball too, Omo. Delap can also
Ekitike also can go past players. Like
Yeah,
I've
he can
seen
go
him
past
going
players,
past
but
players.
what I see the shooting technique in Ekitike has a better. Ekitike has finesse shot to his game, and the lap is like any ball come to the box, I'm there. Ekitike is not fighting for those 50-50 in the air.
Or what? Because I do believe that Mateta is better than what we got as well.
Oh, Mateta.
So
Oh, Mateta. Listen, I would say Mateta's top 5 in the league. I might be crazy. Mateta's top 5 in the league.
and I said this. I think I said Mateta like some weeks ago, and some people in the chat were like, nah, man." The very following week, Mateta scored a ridiculous goal. Ridiculous goal. So, in my humble opinion, like we're not going downhill if we sign Mateta. I'm just
Oh
gonna be
no,
real with you.
Mateta's an upgrade. Instant upgrade. 27 years old. Like I call him the R9 ever since he started tucking in his shirt. I called this man R9 since last year because he's tucking his shirt, and all of a sudden he just started banging in goals left and right.
Like if
He doesn't
they
bang in
said to
goals. The
me,
lift up is there, the passing is there, bro.
if they said to me Mateta up front, that's a big 9 with hold up play, and he can he could bring others into play. He can link well, and he's a physical presence in the box. He's gravy in the air. Like we don't have no strikers that are phenomenal in the air. Yeah, and he's got a great left foot on him. So I mean, for me, I wouldn't mind Mateta. Although, yes, there are other strikers that I would prefer over Mateta.
Yeah.
But if they're saying, it's because of money, then I don't mind getting Mateta, personally.
I
You know
agree with
this,
you. He
guys.
also
This,
fit into the armament
this,
system of the 4-2-3-1 because that's what they do at Pax. Like,
this,
bro, he
this
has
conversation.
Eze and Eketia play behind him or sometimes Saw. Like, bro, just put him there. He'll
Yeah.
score goals. He'll link up plays.
Yeah. I want to close this screen that I have open right now. Any subs that deserve shouting out is Kobe Maino. I think anybody else is just like meh, because Xerxes came on and Mount came on and Lindelof came on, but Maino put his head there to get the ball and create a chance for us. So big up Maino for that. Ruben
Shout
Amorim,
out that none of them got injured. No injury.
But
right,
but
injury.
I've got a dip here, but can I just give you my Newcastle prediction quickly?
Yeah.
4-0 Newcastle.
I had to sin bin him.
Are we home or away?
It is. I think away. Yeah, I think it's away. Yeah, it's as
Oh
good as.
God, I don't like this.
At
We'll see.
what is it called again? Newcastle's home. It's not
St.
Selhurst.
James.
St. James's Park. One of them parks. Okay. We've wrapped up the conversation about the Man United players. This conversation that we were having about about strikers, like guys, I gotta show you this. Somebody sent me this like a few weeks ago, and we might as well examine it together and look at this. So these like you can classify the center forward like situation into four categories right now. There is the target man, and then the modern center forward, and then the second striker, and then the physical disruptor. And then they put this sort of like chart right here. And the target man is defined as strong in the box, solid aerial presence. A modern center forward is a complete profile, scores, carries, creates as well. A second striker presses really well, carries the ball, and also creates as well. And then a physical disruptor is great aerially and physically imposing, and also a target man. So this is how they put this. So you can see at like modern center forward, you got more Kylian Mbappe, Victor Gyökeres. Marmoush is closer to modern center forward and very far away from target man. And when you look on the other side of the spectrum, there's like you can see Oyarzabal. This guy is in La Liga, right?
Real Sociedad.
Real Sociedad, yeah. Oyarzabal is more of a physical disruptor. Zexi is more of a physical disruptor, and it's kind of interesting.
Second striker.
And closer to second striker, I guess. Yeah, actually, yeah, closer to second striker and on the spectrum of physical disruptor. But he's nowhere
Yes,
near
this
more.
is both. It's perfect where he is.
Yeah, it's kind of. I was just like, okay, look at where Dilap is though. We've been talking about Dilap. Dilap is
Where
right
is
there.
he? Physical disruptor? Yeah, because he run up the ball. Anybody in the air 50-50 goes for.
Yeah.
Even Julian Alvarez, I never like he's a second striker. I thought he's a modern centre forward, to be quite honest.
Where is he on? Is he on this list?
Alvarez is in the green, the same as Xerxes.
Ah,
green.
Green. Oh, there he is.
In the green. Yeah, he's supposed to be in the green.
Yeah. Darwin Núñez, though. Darwin Núñez.
He's a target man.
I say he's a target man because like he hasn't been playing the number 9 role. He's playing like more of the wing. Like the manager will put Jota at the 9 and put Darwin Núñez and put Darwin Núñez on the wing. Like to me, the physical destructors, to second striker, those roles, they're more like you just lob the ball to them and they'll control the ball. They'll dead the ball. That's how I see it, because that's how I see it with Xerxes. Like Xerxes,
what is Gyökeres? What is Gyökeres? He's a target man, isn't it? He's a target.
Yeah, because you see the target man to the far left, like those are target man.
So I guess because it's Ruben Amorim system, you need a target man, correct?
Ruben Amorim, where's Gyökeres?
Gyökeres is a target man. He's up top.
Yeah, it's top.
Modern
It's
center
more
forward.
like target man.
So where's Osimhen?
He's close with Isak here. Where is Osimhen? That's a good. Here's Osimhen right here. Target man.
Osimhen is target man because they just long ball to him and he controls the ball.
Vlahovic, target man.
Yeah.
Durant.
I'm not gonna lie. I need someone who plays like Osimhen or Gyökeres.
Yeah.
Eli Wahi, Don Duran, Richarlison, Beto. Yeah, those are more like you just long ball to them and like they're gonna control the ball. You're safe.
Even Samu, yeah, bro. I really like that guy as a striker. I'm just gonna be real.
He's gonna cost big money coming out from the Portuguese league. He's gonna cost at least 60 million.
Yeah,
I don't care what it costs. Just bring me somebody of his qualities.
Look! This is where Hoyland is.
Yeah, they're more like
Physical,
physical disruptor, like
more like
target man in
team
training.
destructor.
They're target man in training. Look at him and Kai Havertz. They just long ball to them and they'll lose. They lose more majority of the 50-50. That's like
That's you target men in training. That's it.
So
because
you see that there, yeah. So he's not a target man, is he, Hoyland?
no,
No, only
it's
during
more like
training.
it's not like
Physical
a target because the
disruptor,
target man
yeah.
you can cross the ball to them and
Yeah.
they'll score like the occasional head the ball. Like you cross the ball to the
I
18,
th-
they're there to hit the ball. They're the first one to the ball.
there's
And the
what there's
physical
what
disruptor, like bro, you're
But do
doing
you
nothing.
see them man are far from what we need then up front as a 9 then? Do you see that we actually don't have a proper number 9 at this club unless you're gonna say Cheeto?
Because that box where Hoyland is, look who else is there. Kai Havertz, like Ja Larson from what's it again from Wolves. That Rasmus Hoyland box, that whole box right there.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
left.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
those
think I,
players,
th-
like bro, you're 2 times 0 0.
I
And
think
those
one
are
guy you guys are
fucking
sleeping.
zero.
I think one guy you guys are sleeping on. I think is Openda, Luis Openda at Leipzig.
Well, where's Mateta in this box? Where is he?
Mateta's in the Papi, move your mouse to the bottom a little bit. Where's your mouse?
Mouse, yeah.
Right
No,
there, right
here's
there.
the text.
Mateta's right there.
Exactly.
Ah,
Yeah.
Mateta's just under Liam Delap, yeah.
Right.
yeah. This is
They're just
interesting.
right there in that circle. And we need
Who's this?
somebody
Who's this
like
Oh,
Balogun?
Balogun. He was the academy player for
for
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
It was at
Yeah,
Arsenal, bro.
he was at Arsenal.
He's in Monaco, I
Oh,
believe.
I
Monaco.
remember.
Yeah.
Santiago Jimenez is who we should get as well.
He's
Look
at
that.
AC Milan. He just moved. He just
He
moved
just
this
moved,
January.
so
He
he's
just moved
not
in
getting
January.
You see, Brian,
He literally just moved in
like
January.
you want a player below, like around, like in that square box, because up there, like they're ballers. But you want to play like in those square box that could go up there. Pretty much the player that have potential, like Mateta's there, Delap is there. I'm not saying I want him, but like he has potential to go up there. Like you see Lautaro Martinez, Jonathan David, they drop to midfield, get the ball, link up 1-2. It's like you could see where the players are, where they could be. Again, you see under Isak, Georges Mika, whatever I can't pronounce his name. He played Lyon. We played against him yesterday. This man was moving all over the place. He was not staying in one place, and he was moving and driving the ball all over the place. Ricardo Pepe, that Stefanos Tismas, I gotta see more about him. Just that the club where he plays at now. I think he plays in the Greek league.
Why is this guy in a box of his own with Victor Gyökeres?
No clue. I've never heard of him.
It's just one of those alumni that plays in a different league. Let me see. Because
Monaco. Apparently he plays for Monaco.
He plays in Monaco.
Yeah,
How's
I've
he
never heard of
built?
him.
All right, I never heard
He
of
plays
this
in
guy.
Monaco. He transferred. He played in 2 clubs, so he has over 26 goals this season. He had done too many transfers already. Okay, slow down, buddy. So you moving like Hoyland. Slow down. Stay in one place.
He's hopping around.
Because Hoyland was at the target man, and now he's too many transfer. He has come to the physical destructor. Like, slow down there, buddy. Learn your
Also,
trade. Become the target
looks
man.
like
Moise
the
Kean
size
has been
of
bullying
the
Florentina.
circle. The size of the circle matters as well. So the bigger the circle, the I guess better the player is at these attributes. I guess.
You can say that. Kylian
That's why
Mbappe,
Richarlison is a
Alvarez.
dot. Richarlison is a dot, and Isak is a big circle. You know.
Do you know what's crazy, right? If we're gonna go young again, and we have to go
Guys,
young,
peace.
because
I'm
I
gonna
think
go out. I'm leaving. All right, peace. Have a nice
Bigger,
evening.
bigger.
all right, Pete.
We're wrapping
If
up.
we're gonna go young again, right? Because I think the argument was, they don't want to get Osimhen or Gyökeres because they're 27. But if we have to go young again, I don't. If you're not going to get what's this guy's name again? If you're not going to get Ekitike,
Yeah.
then you have to be getting Samu. Even though Samu's more higher on my list than Ekitike, because Samu, when we played against him, he just bullied Lit. He bullied him.
He bullied at both at center back. He could have had like 4 goals that game.
Yeah.
So
Onana decided to go up.
in my humble opinion, for a 20-year-old, he is as certified as they come. He's having a fantastic season. and I don't mind paying 60 million or whatever it is
And
to
mind you,
go and secure his services.
who was supposed to go to Arsenal? No, Chelsea.
Yeah, it's Chelsea.
Word.
I don't mind securing his services if that
Yeah.
means if we got to ship out somebody, I don't mind getting this guy. I really don't.
Oh, he changed his last name. This is gonna play for Spain.
Another
But
development center forward,
yeah,
Samu.
he
Yeah.
changed his last name. But it's like he fit those type of players where like, bro, these are players where you just gotta do it, man. You just have to do
Yeah.
it. You wait too long, they're gonna go like Mamouche supposed to be a United player. Mamouche, I'm looking at I'm like you belong in United. You
Tell
belong
me.
in United. Like I don't know why you're over there. You do
Yeah.
not fit that. You do not fit that whole pep thing. Because when they played against us, if he played at United and the way he played against us, he would have like 4 goals that game. He was making
Right.
runs and they would not give him the ball. I'm like, oh, you do not belong there. You
Yeah.
do not belong there. Doku, you do not belong there. You could be out like the same players, they don't belong where they belong and they just in that club. I'm like, okay, now you wasted your time.
Just on a quick one, yeah, to the guys that are like, oh, another development striker. It's not that I'm looking for a development striker. It's because the club might say, oh, we're not getting such and such because they're this age. But I'm thinking, rather than getting the lap, if we gotta go and get a young striker by force, yeah, then I'd rather go and get the world's best young striker. So I'd rather pick from that pool if we have to go young. I'd rather not get the lap, not because I don't think he could be good in the future, but I just don't think he's the greatest right now. I think Ekatike is better than him, and I also think Samu is better than all of them.
Yeah.
Personally, I think he's one of the best young strikers in the world. In terms of centre forward target man, big, strong, great in the air, can link play, somebody who has the attitude of a Manchester United striker. I remember watching the game against Porto. This guy was hyping his whole team up. You could see the confidence in him and the way he bullied our centre backs. That guy can come and fit into the Premiership seamlessly. If he could bully our centre backs, he can most probably bully all the centre backs in the league. Well, most of them.
What
Yeah.
center back did they play against that day?
Um, I just remember him bullying Delit. I can't remember who else was
Hopefully
there.
Maguire was there. 'Cause Maguire is strong. Maguire is strong.
Yeah. No,
Because
it's
Papi, if you put up that chart again, you could see. Like I know you say you wanted Cunha. Look where Cunha is. Far right. Lookman, Mamouche. Like one of these two guys. We should just go and bid for Mamouche. That guy doesn't belong there. There's no reason why we cannot we can't have the audacity to bid
but
for
they're
Mamouche.
gonna make him De Bruyne's successor. They're trying to figure
He's
that out.
not.
They'll never let him go.
You see,
They'll never.
you're turning a 27-year-old into something that he's not. He's not. De Bruyne's successor, bro. He ain't that guy. He's more of a second striker to a striker at best, and that's it. He's a
Tell
striker
looks
to a
all
striker.
right. Tell looks all right.
No, no. He stayed too long over there. He gotta go get his form back. I'm not here to develop him. He has to get his form back. I'm sorry.
And Samu, I wouldn't even class Samu as a development striker. In my humble opinion, to me, he's arrived. I don't think he's developing. I look at him as somebody who's already there. I don't look at him as someone who, is like Hoyland. Even though he's younger than Hoyland, him and Hoyland are not on the same planet as when it comes to playing as a centre forward. They're not on the same planet.
Yeah, the striker, the defender will leech up in the leg.
Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, guys, let's wrap up the show. Thank you for a very nice discussion on a very boring game. And big up to everybody that has been tuned in and liking the content. And yeah, we'll see you guys later on. There's a happy hour. I'm actually having to change the time for happy hour and to accommodate the FIFA El Clasico League opener today. My team is playing, Real Botswana is playing, so come and support. And yeah, watch out for that stream. So until a little later, big up men like Balitech, Professor, everybody also that pulled up to the panel as well. Lots of appreciations and the legends in the chat, by the way. Also, Mitchell, shout out to you, by the way. Angels hunt for the Tottenham League. Paranoid Postacoglu says there's a traitor in camp working against us and he's narrowed down the suspects. Ooh, Mitchell. Yeah, we'll talk about that one. We'll talk about that one. Omo, Mr. Ange Ball, these questions about Sancho. You've got a lot of stuff
Question
to
today.
address.
Real quick to talk about Sancho, like GA has clouded people's judgment. Like if they look at GA so much, I'm like, okay, cool. Because with GA, they'll say Bruno Fernandes is the best player in the world, so that's why I'm not gonna comment on that. With GA, Bruno Fernandes is better than Paul Scholes. Next.
Oh Lord. Please, no GA merchants. Too much for me. But anyway, yeah, we'll see you guys a little later on. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and peace. Football Power Hour.